My first trip in the church was at 3 weeks old in my mom's arms. My dad was a Southern Baptist deacon. So church was a real big part of our lives growing up. I went from singing in the kids' choir to helping direct the choir to attending vacation Bible school to teaching vacation Bible school. I think one of my biggest things was when they made me teach my mom and dad's Sunday school class, and I thought, okay. But I've always been a big part of it. As I grew up and got married, my first marriage was a very abusive marriage, and I drifted away. But there's something about coming to prison and having everything stripped away that you just kind of go, well, where do I go from here? And you can either continue to go down or you can learn to look up. And I looked up and I said, I'm ready. Let's do this. Show me why I'm here. Show me what you want me to do. Prepare me and let me go home and do your will. So here we are. I got rebaptized, rededicated myself, rebaptized. I came out of the baptismal pool and I could look up and it was like I could see my mom and dad standing there. So I took off running with that and here we are. When I got arrested, all my so-called close friends all of a sudden acted like I never existed when I got here. They all disappeared. And I had a hard time with that. But I have learned through the time that God puts you in a place at a certain time and he weeds your garden. But then while he's weeding that garden, he's planting seeds and he brings people into your life to enhance those seeds to help you grow in a different direction, puts you back on the path that he intended you to have. I found Crossroads as a blessing one time. It appeared on my bunk and I thought, what is this? And I put it in my locker and it disappeared for a little while. So one day I was digging through my locker and there it was. And I thought, why not? I've been hooked ever since. Love it. The lessons are amazing. I found out there was a mentor along the way. I worked hard to get to the mentor level. And I don't know what I'd do without her. She's phenomenal. She's loving, she's caring, she's teaching, she's nurturing. I wouldn't stop for the world. I would say she's a very close friend of mine. It's almost like she's distant family. She talks to me like I'm a human. She tells me about her family, her beliefs, things that keep her strong and keeps her moving. And times when, and here it gets hard sometimes, it's tough. We're alone, holidays are hard, birthdays are hard, and things hit home, rough sometimes, but it always seems when the things are dark that those letters from her, the lessons come, and they just arrive and they just lift you up and they give you that hope, to take that next step, that next breath to keep going. I recently lost my husband. In 41 years, it's hard to turn loose of. And I was at a really, really low spot. I really wanted to give up. I prayed to give up. But she increased, it wasn't just lessons she was sending back to me, she was writing me personal letters. And she would give me Bible verses and she would tell me she was praying for me. She would just lift me up and let me know there was still light out there, that I still had grandchildren and friends and people who cared and was praying for me. So no, I never imagined that I'd run into anyone like that. I have 3 beautiful daughters, 2 nurses and a paralegal. I have 8 wonderful grandchildren from the age of 2 to 21. One of my grandsons is a firefighter in the Navy. I was a volunteer battalion chief for 25 years, and he wanted to be a fireman like his mama. We're close. I talk to him every week. I just had visits with him. So I'm very blessed to have the support with the kids and the grandbabies that I have.